Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of UFTA Premium. And in this week's edition, we're going to discuss a couple of new scoring options that might be on the table for, if not during my lifetime, then maybe future generations. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and cover these. The first one is the possibility of scoring all 12 crops, or I'm sorry, harvesting all 12 crops on the field. And so, I'm not going to do an example, but basically you just, throughout the game, if you happen to notice that you've harvested every different crop, that's worth 10 points at the end of the game, okay? Or rather, here's where I'm a little uncertain about. Maybe the 10 points should come during the game. So as soon as you achieve it, then you get your 10 points, okay? So the next scoring option is like four of a kind, where basically if you score four different crops, or four of the same crop on a field, that will also net you 10 points, which makes it no different really than achieving a crop cartel. The difference here being is simply that, if I had something, say I grew peas. Let's see if I can find some peas in here. Right, so if I was growing peas, there's two possibilities, right? I could grow them like this, where I have one crop per field. Set out like this, right? That achieves the cartel that we've been talking about in previous videos. And that bestows us 20 points at the end of the game. Or the other possibility is you could grow the same crop 4 times on a single field. That also leads to a crop cartel worth 20 points. Okay? So, that takes care of that. The next possibility is 4 different crops on all 4 field types. So in that case, and they don't really have to be different, but it's simply rewarding the fact that you grew a bunch of crops, you harvested on many different fields throughout the game, and you're rewarded for your proclivity for scoring, basically. So in this case, alright, so we've set this up. So in this case, even though I have 4 peas, I created a cartel. The other bonus on the table is I've grown actually 4 crops on all different 4 field spaces, which, most games, that'll stretch you. You have to be pretty productive in order to pull this off. So anyway, this will also result in a 10-point bonus. 4 crops on all 4 fields. Okay, and finally, the last point we want to make is if I have 4 peas, like this, or if I've scored like this, I've created a cartel. But doesn't that leave an extra crop in the bag in the game? Well, it does, but it's awfully hard to harvest that last crop. And so once you've achieved the cartel, if you happen to harvest the 5th and final representative of the crop in the game, then what's going to happen is you're just going to go ahead and score 10 points. And that's, again, that's going to be added to the 20 points since you've scored the crop cartel. Okay, so this, all of this in total just represents more possibilities and more interesting choices, more motivations and goals during the game, which you can strive toward in pursuit of the almighty 100 tokens. So, Alright, so keep bearing that in mind. I think that's where we're going to leave it. Again, if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Because we're still sculpting Ukta to be the best board game out there. Alright, as usual, thanks for playing, and keep on playing Ukta. Till see you next time.